There's a trap that almost every trader falls into, especially in the first few years. It feels productive. It feels like progress, but it quietly drains accounts and confidence at the same time. You learn a concept, you watch a few videos, you feel like it finally makes sense, so you apply it to your charts. And then you lose. Not just once, over and over. So you assume the strategy,
Doesn't work.
you move on. New video, new terminology, new promise.
Same result.
This cycle repeats for months, sometimes years, and most traders never realize what's actually happening. They think they're failing to find the right strategy, when in reality, they're drowning in too many versions of the same idea. I went through this exact phase. Early in my trading journey, I was obsessed with learning. Support and resistance was the first thing that clicked for me. It was simple, logical, easy to see. Then I discovered supply and demand and thought, okay, this must be the professional version. Then came order blocks, institutional zones, smart money concepts, each one sounding more advanced than the last. Every time, I thought I had finally found the missing piece. But when I actually tested them side by side, something uncomfortable became obvious. I wasn't marking different areas. I was marking the same exact levels every single time. Same reactions, same turning points, just different names. That realization forced me to step back and ask a better question. Not what strategy is best, but what is the market actually doing? That's when trading finally simplified. I stopped chasing strategies and started focusing on structure. And structure boils down to just two scenarios. You don't need more than this. Every strategy you've ever learned fits into one of these two boxes. Scenario 1. The market is trending, and your job is to join that trend at a meaningful level. Scenario 2. The market has pushed too far in one direction, and you're looking for a pullback or reversal from a high probability zone. That's it. Everything else is just detail layered on top. Let's talk about trend continuation first. Picture a market moving higher, breaking through resistance levels and creating higher highs and higher lows. This is not the time to guess tops. This is the time to wait. Eventually, price pulls back. And the most important question isn't if it pulls back, it's where it pulls back to. More often than not, price returns to a level that previously acted as resistance. Now, that same level becomes support. This role reversal isn't magic. It's psychology. Traders who sold at that resistance are now trapped as price breaks above them. When price pulls back to their entry, they exit just
survive.
And exiting a sell means buying. At the same time, trend traders see the pullback as a discount and step in. Trapped sellers plus new buyers create demand. That's why the level holds. But seeing a level flip doesn't mean you automatically trade it. This is where rules matter. First, the trend must be undeniable. No chop. I use the 50 EMA as a filter. In a bullish market, price must be holding above it. Breakouts must happen above it. Pullbacks must respect it. If price is slicing through the EMA, I stay out. Second, the level itself must matter. I want history, multiple reactions, real tests, levels that have been respected again and again over hundreds of candles. When those conditions are met, I wait for confirmation, usually an engulfing candle in the direction of the trend. I enter at the close, stop below the pullback low, and target a minimum of 2:1. Because when you trade with momentum, the market often gives more than you expect. Now let's move to scenario 2, counter-trend setups. This is where most traders blow accounts, not because reversals don't work, but because they trade them without rules. Counter-trend trading is not about guessing. It's about patience and confirmation. First, I identify the dominant trend on a higher time frame. Let's say price has been trending down aggressively. Then I ask one question. If this move continues, where's the next obvious area price is likely to react? I mark the current price, then scan left for a major support zone that has held multiple times in the past. Not a random level, a clear one. That zone becomes my area of interest, not my entry. As price approaches that zone, I drop down one time frame. Now I'm no longer predicting, I'm observing. I want to see price test the level, react, then come back again. A second test tells me liquidity has been cleared. Weekends are gone. Only then do I wait for proof. A strong rejection candle. Real buying pressure. And here's the filter that keeps me out of bad trades. That candle must reclaim the 50 EMA. If price can't get back above it, I don't care how good the level looks, I'm out. Once all of that aligns, I enter the close, stop below the low, and target 2.5 to 1 or better. Counter-trend trades must pay more because they carry more
risk.
This framework removes confusion. 2 scenarios. Clear rules. No strategy hopping.
Emotional.
Entries. You're not trying to predict what the market will do. You're waiting for the market to show you what it's doing. Losses still happen. That's trading. But now they're controlled. And wins are no longer random. They're earned through structure, patience, and consistency. If this helped you simplify your trading, hit subscribe. More breakdowns like this are coming.